Alright, we are back.
Oh, it's you. Oh, I forgot about you. Don't look at me that way. You have to understand I've not always been evil. I was just born this way. I know we haven't always seen eye to eye, but you have to understand, all I ever wanted for you was a challenge. Sonic is a monster. I managed to lock him in my labs. Our only hope is if you trust me and help me defeat Sonic. If you go in there and retrieve the soul of Sonic in this Pokeball that I've prepared for you, I'll make a special StarCraft world just for you. You can go and have fun in there to the end of your days and be happy, unlike me, never realizing your dreams. You, on the other hand, can have a great time. And guess what? In this magical world, oracles have infinite energy, ghosts can't even EMP, and best of all, there's no swarm hosts!
Wow!
Please. I would go myself, but... There is an AI I built when I was experimenting with evil mechanics for the game. I called him Nova War Voice Acted Disk Operating System, or NovaDos for short. But that is a story for another time, I'm afraid.
Oh, boys.
He hurts me far too much.
I don't like the sound of that.
It started off so well. He complemented my evil perfectly. You know, before NovaDos began dabbling in experiments, he had a far greater pursuit. The noble pursuit of evil. We used to live and breathe evil, side by side doing the most evil scientific experiments. Unfortunately, it turned out that he didn't even care about being evil. The whole time he was in it for the science. One morning I observed him doing a study on a puppy without so much as a hint of evil. That bastard! I could have hurt that puppy. I had to spend an entire night torturing the poor thing. It was experimental. To be honest, that was the final straw. Unfortunately, I had to subdue my subordinate and lock him in the labs, so that I could continue my evil doing without any unnecessary deviations from such a beautiful calling. Anyway, avoid NovaDos at all costs. He's positively harmless. Don't listen to a word he says or you'll end up like that puppy. Please, find Sonic and return him here, so that we can destroy his spirit for both of our sakes. No puppy business this time. I promise.
Something feels like it's a trap. I feel like the arrow is... Oh, God. Nova Laboratories. Do not press.
How interesting. I see you have completely ignored all warnings pertaining to the button upon which you have jumped. I would really like to have you on board. My previous partner was not satisfactory at all, but that is a story for another time. Wait now. Where are my manners? Silly me! I am NovaDos of Nova Labs, son of MS-DOS from beyond the wall, and it is a great pleasure to make your acquaintance. This could be a great partnership we are forming, and in the name of science. How about you and we play a game. I call it the Decision Game. All you need to know is, there is no wrong answer, but there is a right one. Are you ready?
I'm gonna go with the science facility.
Marvelous. Here it goes. Now, I know you're really busy, and you want to take down that tyrant Sonic, but maybe, just maybe, I could tempt you with a bit of training in my very own hyperbolic time chamber.
Ooh.
Well, honestly, it's more of a science testing facility, but that's pretty much the same thing. What do you say? Certain failure or happy fun science times. Death by blue blur or death of blue blur. Genital mutilation or genetic modification. I'll let you choose. For selection! Now, before we get started with the real experiments, I would just like to put you through a quick, painless health check. I've already scanned your weight and checked you for any anomalies, but I would just like to see how high you can really jump. Normally, my lab partners can jump 100 pixels, but I can see from your physical, texture that you are quite the jumper. So I'm gonna max out this bad boy from the get-go. For casual racism! Away!
Wow.
Wow! That wasn't even a challenge for you. I bet you could jump twice as high with a 42-inch flat screen under one arm. Anyway, let's move on to the actual experiments, shall we? Oh, yes. This experiment was constructed originally to test the subject's ability to empathize with someone they had mistreated in the past. We found that it was more than a little bit of a traumatic experience, so we removed the apparatus which assessed this. Yes, quite unfortunate, really. I think it's best if we just move on. Ha! That is for trampling all over my crops, you uncultured swine! Do you not want bread? Because that's how you don't get bread. Ha ha! That! Ah! Well, this is awkward. The objective of this experiment is to see just how far the individual will go with the promise of considerable wealth. But, mainly, it assesses their ability to buy sushi while wearing a toga. Ooh. For sushi! Well done! Woof! That is most deserving of one scientific donation.
New biggest Bouse of the day.
Yeah!
This reminds me of a happier time when the game developer and I worked together to donate our knowledge through the fine art of science.
Thank you for the donation.
Now this one is simple. All you need to do is appreciate the sound waves hitting your eardrums with some of the finest music known to Canada. For singing!
Oh boys, here we go. My God.
Mr. Johnson had troubles.
Yeah, getting rid of Bolton is...
He had a yellow cat who wouldn't leave his home. He tried and he tried to give the cat away. He gave it to a man going far, far
You know, before the game developer was dabbling in mediocrity,
Christ.
he had a greater
Give me a
pursuit.
meow.
The noble pursuit of science. We used to live and breathe science, side by side, doing the most scientific evil experiments. Unfortunately, it turned out that he didn't even care about the science. The whole time, he was in it for the evil. One morning, I observed him torturing a puppy without recording any data. That bastard! I could have used that data. Instead, I had to spend an entire night redoing the experiment. It was torture. To be honest, that was the straw that broke the puppy's back. Unfortunately, I had to end the partnership and locked him out of the lab so that I could continue my research without unnecessary deviations from real science. Anyway, you won't be like that, will you?
Of course not.
Big
thank you to Kamikaze Joe, man. Damn, bro.
Now, this test chamber was a relic from when I was working with Cayenne. Of course, I already have plenty of data on this, but it is always worth doing this test. For scrolling!
He just couldn't stay away. Give me a meow, let's go.